Hello readers, I am Joy from International Aquafeed and I'm here at WAS India, Hyderabad. And today we are speaking with Dsm-firmenich. They are a global leader in ingredients and focusing on animal health and nutrition. And today we are here talking about their product which they launched during this show. And we are here to talk about that with Benedict Standen and Philippe Tacon. So, getting to the questions, could you tell us a bit more about the newly launched product, which is called Gutserv Biotics? And you could go into the background and the technical details.
Yes, thank you, Joy, and for giving us the opportunity to discuss about Gutserv Biotics today. So, Gutserv Biotics came into the Dsm-firmenich portfolio by the acquisition of a French company called Hyderabad. And Hyderabad, mostly focusing on the pharmaceutical industry, has developed a product way back from the early 1900s by a French doctor who actually working at the French Institute has isolated bacteria from healthy human gut samples to develop a product that will cure diarrhea. And that we were speaking at that time where antibiotics were not developed or discovered.
Yeah.
So he has isolated this bacteria that he was thinking was Lactobacillus acidophilus at that time, but we have seen later on that it's a combination of a symbiotic product between two bacteria. And this product was not sold as a live product, but it's sold as an inactivated bacteria for stabilizing and making it easier to commercialize with a time where we didn't have any cold storage facilities and also cold storage infrastructure. So the product was very successful, and it's still sold today as a product called Lacteol, a pharmaceutical product, but also now developed into the Dsm-firmenich human supplement called human postbiotics. So you can find it actually and use it as a cure and as a preventive treatment for gut health.
Yeah.
And this product has been developed into animal nutrition and health as a Gutserv Biotics. This is a postbiotic. Postbiotic means that we are dealing with inactivated bacteria, but not only the bacteria, but also all the metabolites that have been produced during fermentation.
Okay.
So it's a very complex product.
Right.
It's, as I said, stabilized, and so it's no problem for storage. It also can go directly into mattresses, feed mattresses, or different supplement mattresses.
Right.
And now we are launching it in this World Aquaculture Society meeting into the aquaculture industry. We already launched it into the piglet industry in Europe. Now we're promoting it for the aquaculture sector.
Thank you. Thank you for going into the background. So you mentioned that it's a postbiotic, and I saw that in your brochure that it can be directly added to the premix and the feed mix because it's thermostable. Could you tell me a bit more about how that works? I think the question would be to Ben this time.
No, of course, it's a very important question because for a long time, I think probiotics, for example, have been fairly well established in the industry. The problem is with probiotics, they're live bacteria, so you need very, very specialist equipment to apply these on the feed, which is possible, but it costs a lot of money and it's a very specific procedure, of course. The advantage of a product like this, so this is the heat inactivated bacteria, like Philippe has mentioned, it actually kind of preserves that probiotic power, but it delivers it in a much more convenient way. So for a female customer, for example, he or she doesn't need to invest in his PPL equipment. They could put it directly into the mixer with better homogeneity. And of course, with that heat stability, you have that security, if you want, that the reassurance that it is going to still be active in your final feed product.
Yeah.
So our customers can add it either directly to the feed, or of course we are very famous for our premixes, but we also like to deliver convenience and also be flexible on our customers. We can also include in the premix with or without other products, of course, which is also an advantage compared to something like a probiotic, which actually may not be as compatible with other products as a postbiotic.
Okay. Is that similar in the piglet product that you launched, or
Yeah, it's the same product.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have done extensive trials in piglets, and now we have done some. Ben, you can explain. We've done some trials in shrimp, and we're continuing improving the efficacy of the product, with the dosages, and when to start it. What's the best time to use this product in Dsm-firmenich?
Actually, it's a very important point about the dosage. Actually, this is a pure product here. So the dosage that we are recommending in aqua is between 10 grams and 40 grams per ton.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really small amount, which actually demonstrates the kind of the power of the product, if you like. However, of course, from a dosing perspective, 10 to 40 grams per ton is not helpful for the feed miller.
Yeah.
So that's why we also offer the premix. So again, depending on the customer's preferences, we can actually dilute it in the premix to make it more, let's say, more compatible, from a dosing perspective.
Yeah, that's very interesting because I've never seen such low dosage ranges or recommended low dosage ranges in products. Yeah. So is there, apart from these things you mentioned, is there any other features that's unique to this product or that you want to mention?
I think there's a couple of things that are very unique about the product itself. All bacteria are different, right? So every bacteria has its advantages and its disadvantages. There's good probiotics and there's good probiotics.
Yeah.
So part of our uniqueness actually stems from the original strains. So that's one thing. Not all the strains can do the same as others, for example. That's one thing. And when we talk about heat inactivated, it sounds very, very simple. You just apply a heat and then it's dyed and then you put it in the feed. But in reality, it's not like that at all. It's a very precise process. You have to make sure you heat and activate it in a certain way. So you inactivate it, but you preserve those like molecular characteristics, so you don't go too much because otherwise you burn the product and it's useless. So it's heat inactivated, but it's heat inactivated in a very, very specific way. And of course, that gives you consistency within the product as well. I can also share some things of what we've done in aqua. So Philippe mentioned previously this year, we've launched a product in piglets. So our journey in aqua began about 1 year ago, actually. So we saw like a real opportunity in shrimp, because of the way the industry is growing. Probiotics, like I said, is relatively well established, but there was this bottleneck in the feed mill part. So we started working in shrimp. The first trial we did was with EMS and Append. And again, we're hitting maybe with the product around the 10 to the 40 grams, around 30% improvement in survival with the product. We then moved to kind of the white spot, which we've learned this trip actually, is now a big problem in India, which actually was quite a surprise for me. This was a problem in the 90s, but apparently it's coming back again.
It's linger on,
So we also see improvement in survival against white spot, and also something I think this was really important as we see the climate changing. The shrimp, they're going to be changing temperatures. When it rains, the salinity is going to be changing. So we also did some work with environmental challenges, with freshwater challenges like an osmotic shock. And again, you see a real benefit with the product when it comes to these environmental fluctuations.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And you mentioned that you trialed in shrimp and it's like working with shrimp. Is there any other species that there's an ongoing trial right now?
Yeah, of course. So yes, we're launching the product in APAC actually for shrimp. But we're as we speak actually, we're working on the value proposition for fish. So like I say, at this very precise time, we're actually feeding fish in Europe. So again, we believe just like the infants, the humans, the piglets, the shrimp, this product can also be valuable to fish. For very similar way, helping with the gut health, helping with immunity, making sure the gut microbiota is not just positively in terms of abundance, but it's also functioning in a very precise way and a proper way. So hopefully next year we'll also be launching a product in Europe.
Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, and is the product already available in any regions, or are you going to expand? Could you get into
the product
market?
actually is already can be purchased in countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan. So we're working in India on the registration, and other countries will follow up. In Europe, it's because it's not considered as a feed additive, because it's not a live probiotics. We can actually already propose it to our customers. This is why we're running trials in fish, because fish is more important in Europe. So we're running out this product in APAC and Europe, and also in Ecuador. We got a lot of interest
Yeah.
from our team and customers, so we're going to launch this product also soon in Ecuador.
Yeah.
hopefully.
And I think that's also one of the other advantages for a product like this. It's innovative, but at the same time, it doesn't have this huge, long, extensive regulatory process, which costs a lot of money and
Yeah.
it costs a lot of time as well. So
Yeah.
for us, it's a bonus, and for our customers, it's a bonus as well.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, I think that's about it. And thank you so much for sharing so much about the product. And I guess good luck launching
so much.
with the expansions and new launches, and also with the trials in fish. So thank you so much, Philip and Ben. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
to the team as well.
Thank
very
you.
much, Aquafeed. Thanks.
Thank you.